Hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Let me know if you can see and hear me okay. Still streaming. I think maybe that didn't work so well. So I don't know. Let me know if you can, if, okay, still okay? Let's see. Is it still okay? Can you still see and hear me? Because my computer temporarily crapped out. Ooh, it's still okay? Okay, tell me if it's still okay. Use the word still. It's still okay. Because my computer, I think it actually, something turned off. But okay, good. I got it still okay. Thank you. All right, cool. This is going to be a really cool triplet set that we're doing. We're starting today. It's a group energy healing set, triplet set of 3 healings, and the theme is get ready. Make sure you're sitting down. Healthy family boundaries. So it's a big one. It's a good one. It could help anybody. I think there was like maybe 5% of all the people that I'm healing that didn't really need this one, like couldn't like hugely benefit from it, because maybe their family was pretty perfect in this life and they've already like worked through their past life leftover junk from family boundary stuff. But most everybody else, it's a big deal theme. So I'm super excited. It's been a very important theme for me in this life as well. So um, I'm so excited. Healthy family boundaries. So I will be healing 125 people in 9 different countries, including 11 kids age 1 through 16. And the 125 people will be in 93 are in the US, 7 are in Qatar, 5 are in the UK, 5 are in South Korea, 4 are in Canada, 3 are in Australia, 3 in Spain, 2 in Luxembourg, and 2 in Germany. So hello to all the 125 people that I'm healing for this set of 3 healings. And of course, anyone is welcome to watch live or later as a video, and it will function as a walkthrough, a pretty advanced walkthrough, but if you're even a beginner but you're kind of motivated, I think there could be a lot of really interesting, good stuff to have fun with. So, yay. And I think that I'm not sure yet what all the, consciously, I'm not sure yet what all the themes are going to be for 2022. I'll email those within the next 10 days. So if you're not on my news email list and you want me to email you those, get on my news email list. Just email me and say, hi, Janet, can you put me on your news email list? I send out emails these days on the 15th of every month, when the group healings go up for sale. But anyway, but I think that there's going to be some kind of family boundaries theme early next year as well. But I'm not sure yet, consciously. But it is definitely every year we do this theme just because it's a biggie. So to be moving into the discussion part of this theme. Oh, and of course this healing is also good for a lot of just general presence stuff, because we will be doing grounding, unblocking, indie grounding, aura repair, sticky gold wax stuff to unblock the aura a lot. Chakra Repair, work on the legs and feet to sort of individuate better with your legs and feet so that your legs are for you and they don't have a bunch of family junk in them. And also eighth chakra information, like your eighth chakra is a chakra that does not come into your physical body. It's above you, and it shines down your eternal wisdom and healing energy on you. And so we're going to make sure that your family members you don't have baggage from your family members blocking that eighth chakra wisdom of yours. So, so the gist of healthy family boundaries, like say if you have some perfect family, would you need to do this stuff? Well, potentially, yeah, because if you've had past lives where you've had, controlling siblings or controlling in-laws, nobody ever has those, right? Or controlling parents, and you haven't fully evolved and learned all the lessons from it, so you still have some of the wounds or some of the baggage, some of the oppression kind of mushing and crushing you, then, this would help that, right? Because we're going to be healthy family boundaries in general with any family members that you've ever had. So it's going to be a nice unburdening concept. And family members can affect you in a lot of ways that, of course, you don't realize consciously because they've been in this life with you since you started this life, if they're older siblings or parents. So there are really interesting ways that it can affect you, and so it's good to clear, which I've said 5 different times in 5 different ways already. Some things we're going to be doing in the set of 3 healings, and I'm not sure how much of it we're doing today, is a spiritual path, special healing and unblocking of your spiritual path to get rid of junk from parents and romantic partners. So like a current spouse or boyfriend or partner, a significant ex, even. Your spiritual path is the road that's just for you. I need to drink my tea. Sorry, hold on. Your spiritual path is a road that's just for you. It represents what you're meant to learn and experience in this lifetime. But there are ways to learn and grow and evolve in a really joyful, safe way, and there are ways to just get totally screwed unnecessarily. Depending on if your path just has your energy on it, or if you let a bunch of other people dump their junk on it and like stand on it and boss you around. So you can still learn everything you're meant to learn, and by unblocking it a lot and just keeping it nice and gold and happy for you. I mean, don't set the path to gold, but you unblock it with gold light a lot. And then you have a much, much, much more pleasant journey, as you're learning and going through life. So, but you can have a lot of stuff from either birth parent, or like I said, from a partner. Generally, the stuff from parents you would get at conception, so before all your time in the womb even. But it's still totally clearable, and it's very fun and cool and interesting to clear. Why do people take on burdens? Well, it's just like, say you want that parent for some reason, like it's good for your learning, blah, blah, blah. But that parent is always kind of a dumper on their kids. Well, then you're going to get a lot of, whatever, responsibility, energy, or whatever their baggage is dumped on you at conception. But it's not that you have to keep it your whole life. I mean, a lot of times why you pick a parent, sometimes, you could pick a parent for positive reasons. I don't think I did that this time very much, but you can also pick a genetic parent for negative reasons. I mean, challenging reasons, let's say, where they challenge you to, they'll dump on you, and then the challenge is to overcome that, to get so strong that you clear it anyway, and then go beyond what you're supposed to do according to your controlling parents. And obviously, for most people, it's not so black and white. Your parents, one parent may be very respectful, but more distant emotionally, and the other parent may be very loving, but very controlling, so a lot of times people have quite a complex blend, but you can still like extract the controlling part of it by unblocking your path and clearing the person out of your aura and your chakras and your grounding and the upper part of your aura, so you can bring in your 8th chakra, eternal wisdom, and so you can sort out. I mean, sometimes, like in my case, which is unusual, somewhat, it's healthiest just to like break all conscious level ties, but for a lot of people, what's healthiest for them, or what they're deciding or choosing to do is not that. They might even live with their parents as adults, and but they still want to have their autonomy and all that, and it's possible to do, because your spiritual path, your aura, your chakras, your grounding, the upper part of your aura, that's different than a physical building that you're cohabitating in with, say, your parents or your siblings or your spouse. This is your spiritual house, right? And that's only for you, your spiritual path, your aura, your grounding, and all that. So that's the idea, is just sort of continuing to clear out everybody else and bring in what is actually just you, so that you get a better sense of, well, because the idea is, you came here to do stuff. You came here to learn things, to experience things, to create things. And if you're smushed up with everybody else's energy, it's a lot harder to do all that and enjoy things. It's not very enjoyable, or it's less enjoyable, more stressful. It creates imbalances to be carrying everybody else's junk. It is possible, because, okay, say you have a kind of a dumpy family. They dump energy on everybody, on themselves, on each other, on you. So you'll get good at clearing it all out, but they're still very dumpy. How is that going to work? If you choose to, say there's enough positive in the relationships that you want to continue conscious, engagement with them, then how would that work? Because wouldn't they be subconsciously pissed at you that they can't dump on you anymore? So there are ways that you can help dumpy people, so that they become a lot less dumpy and they're okay with you being more empowered over time. And also the idea is that you don't have to bring your whole family along with you. It could be that you want to be very present and very much like, enjoying the moment and trying to optimize your life, and they're not really, that's just not their thing. And so, the more you heal your heart chakra, the more you have self-esteem, the more you can be okay with that and understand that your genetic family does not have to be a clone of you, and they don't have to be your cheering section. That this is your cheering section, your heart chakra, and you have angels with you at all times, and your spirit guide, and and you can, like, family is what you make it. You can have a sense of family from your angels and your spirit guide, from your happy heart chakra. Really can, it's amazing what a well-functioning heart chakra can do as far as making you feel uplifted. Plus, there are a lot of positive aspects to this world. You kind of have to selectively find them, but they're there. So you can create a family, and you can create inner harmony, and then it's easier to find external harmonious aspects. So hope that all makes sense in some way. But yeah, so we'll be doing, so long story short, long story long, we'll be doing some spiritual path clearing out parents and partners from spiritual path. Siblings too, can't forget them. Some of the spiritual parts of the energy system that will be more specific about clearing at some point in the 3 healings is creative rings, the 3 gold rings above the head, the 7th chakra, the 1st chakra. We're going to do chakra repair on all the major chakras, but I'm going to make sure that 7th and 1st chakra are extra awesome and cleaned out of family junk, to the extent that's healthy and gentle. Also grounding, of course. And I want to do something with like a sense of possibility, like because it's really interesting if you look at, like, if you get a sense of how your road feels, your spiritual path feels, and then you can kind of do these overlays and take off the overlays. So like, okay, this is how my spiritual path feels right now. So if I were, and I can just imagine it, and maybe it's like a nice mossy sunny road, or maybe it's like a spooky weird frozen forest, So say what did I get from my genetic father and his side of the family, and I'm gonna just lift that off of my spiritual path and see what it would be like without any energy from my genetic father and his side of the family. Okay, and then what if without my genetic mother and her side of the family, and then what about without my ex-husband, and what about without my husband's energy on my path? Then what would it look like? And so you can get a sense of that. And if you can already see energy or imagine energy, that's not that hard to do once you're centered enough. But what we're going to do is also do it with healing flowers, because energy healing flowers are so simple, and most everyone has an easy time with those. And so we're going to use energy healing flowers at some point, so that you can, at some point in the 3 healings, so that you can get a greater sense of your own possibility. Like, why is it worth it clearing these people off of your path and out of your space? What could it feel like without them? Not without them in your life necessarily, because most people do maintain relations with their genetic parents and their siblings and, whatever. But, what would your life feel like? What would you feel like without, if you had healthy family boundaries, essentially. So something about healing energy flowers to help you get a stronger sense of your own possibilities for healthy family boundaries, and what that would be like for you. And then another thing I just wanted to mention, I don't know how it'll be a part of these 3 healings. It could just be like good food for thought that is super relevant to healthy family boundaries. But I wanted to mention that love and compatibility, I usually talk about this in like our love life, when we do love life healings, but it's relevant for family stuff too, that love is different than compatibility. So you can love somebody and they're just very destructive in your life, or they're not destructive, but they're just, they can't really meet your needs. Maybe they're a little significantly younger than you spiritually, so they don't have the level of empathy that you need. or, for whatever reason. So you can love somebody, but that's different, completely different and independent from how compatible you are with them. Which is sort of why there's that idea of family is what you make it. And say if your, genetic brother lacks empathy, or whatever, because of his spiritual age and whatever, you could find, a nice friendship with healthy, stable males in your life anyway. You can, so it's just, you don't have to cling to relationships that don't serve you. You don't have to try to get all that you need from your genetic family. If it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen. I mean, relationships can evolve, but spiritual age is still a thing. And so if somebody is so young spiritually that they haven't learned empathy yet, it ain't going to happen in this life. You can check back with them in like 10 lifetimes or 20 lifetimes, depending on how far behind the that spiritual age they are. But I did want to mention that because there's that sort of, I guess, primal desire to get all your needs met by your genetic family members, which, like I said at the start, a lot of people don't pick that kind of genetic family in order to grow stronger and be forced to evolve and thrive, maybe despite their genetic family and the incompatibility there. And I think compatibility too is a nice constructive concept, because it's not demonizing somebody. Like there are words like toxic and blah blah blah, and like, oh, my family's toxic, and that's kind of a silly concept, or silly isn't the right word. It could be not serving a person to think of other people as toxic, because depending on the context, but they could just be a lot younger than you spiritually, and so you guys are like oil and water, and they're very kind of triggered by you and disturbed by you, and therefore act out against you. But they could be perfectly fine to people that are their own spiritual age. So are they toxic? It might be a toxic mix, you and them, but it could be more constructive and more non-judgmental to think of it as an incompatibility. Because if you have boundary issues with people, a way to improve that, at least within your own space, is to have non-judgment. Try to have non-judgment, to use less charged words, like energy vampire is charged. To say that somebody, tends to court other people when they get triggered, that's not so charged, right? It's just more fact-based. And so it's easier to have boundaries with people if you're not judging them, if you can just see from your sixth and, be more factual about it. So that's, I think, at least just for that, that's why I'm bringing up, love versus compatibility. You can certainly love genetic family members, even if they're not compatible with you, but you're in the end, you can make decisions based on what's healthy for you. How can you live a healthy, safe life? Yay! All right, so I hope that makes sense. So I'm going to catch up on people's comments, and then we'll do our 2 minutes of quiet time before I start talking and doing the healing walkthrough part. So let's see. I can see and hear you. Hello, I can see and hear you. Good, glorious, sunny, not Sunday afternoon from Ottawa. Yes, it's Friday. Rocking the sunbeams today. Isn't that nice? There's a little sun. I think it's very angled. I have a lot of trees around me, so which is good. But anyway, someone says yes, yes, yes. Can see you still okay. Yada yada. Hi from Chicago. Hello. I've been sub for some time, but it's my first for a year being in the chat. Oh, good. Hi. Hello. Hello. Welcome. Welcome. Good morning, Janet. Good morning to you. Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is for you. I most likely have people watching from all over the world right now, so which is really geeky fun. I love that. That's really fascinating to me. So when you think about it, in past lives, you didn't have the luxury of knowing people that lived across the globe because you would have had no way to talk to them and meet them and interact with them. I mean, unless you were some sailor on a ship, I guess. But even then, you know, you'd see them and then for the rest of your life, you'd sail back to your own home and you wouldn't see them again. Whereas now you can interact with people all over the globe all the time. It's really wild. Got another hiya. Hello, hello, everybody. Thank you for my cute emojis. I'm always loving those. Okay, I'm pretty ready now, so I'm just going to be quiet for 2 minutes. The first minute is just my own prep, and then I'll be quiet for the second minute, but I'll be communicating with the 125 people that I'm going to be healing, just to say hi to them non-verbally, make sure they're paying attention enough to benefit from the healing, and then I'll start moving my hands because I'm starting the healing, but I'm not talking, and then in about 2 minutes from now, I'll talk out loud and walk you through what I'm doing for the rest of the live stream. Right. So thank you for your patience with my 2 minutes of quiet. And hopefully my dogs are okay. That's Abel walking around. All right. All right, thanks for waiting. So you can create copies of what you're healing out in front of you. So you can create a copy just with your mind. You don't have to see the copies. That comes later. The more and more present you get, all your abilities wake up more and more, including clairvoyance, seeing energy. So you just make them with your intention out in front of you. So a copy of both of your regular auras, a copy of your physical body is inside your aura, your physical aura, and your astral body, your energy body, that's you, the part of you that comes and goes in and out of your physical body, that's your astral body. So those two bodies are, in the same place, hopefully, or similar place in your auras. So you have a copy of both your regular auras, copy of both of your bodies, your physical and your astral body, and a copy of both your groundings, physical body grounding and astral body grounding. So first, let's just focus on the grounding and creating it, unblocking it, all that good stuff. So make your grounding wide, very wide as your whole aura. So if your aura is, fully expanded, then it's as wide as, like, say, the heel of the palm of your hand if you extend your arms. So just make your grounding that wide and as high as your third chakra. So where your sternum bone ends, that's your third chakra. So red grounding, you can try a red grounding for starters. We'll just do all three. So we'll do red, then orange, then yellow. So big red grounding, nice and wide, all the way down to the core of the earth, wide all the way down, even behind you, in front of you. So you make a copy out in front of you of this big red grounding that you just gave yourself. And use gold light coming from your hands to unblock this grounding. You kind of just wash it out with the gold light. And what happens is then the gold light finds the blocked energy and starts to melt it away. It's really easy to have energy blocking up in your grounding because you're trying to release, and then just sometimes things stick on the way down and then they kind of block up like a big traffic jam. So it's really good to not only recreate your grounding, make sure it's nice and wide all the way, even in the back, but also comb through it, which is called unblocking grounding. And just imagine, like, it's sort of like stacks of books, maybe the energy blocks, or big piles of rocks, and you just focus the gold light all around those energy blocks and let the gold light permeate them until they all just melt. And then you find more, and you just find more and more and more, and keep melting them so that your grounding gets stronger and stronger, more strong downward flow, like a big, very powerful waterfall that is red at this point. Okay, so now let's try an orange grounding, big orange grounding, wide, all the way down to the core of the earth. Orange, your favorite shade of orange. And just hunt for energy blocks here, and you might see them if you can already see energy, or you could just imagine them. Oftentimes energy blocks are black or white. Black is way too low and slow moving of a vibration, and white is way too high and, frenetic of a vibration for your energy field. So, but you don't have to really think about it. It's just anything blocked, anything that's not you also. Just wash out with gold light. So this is healthy family boundaries as the theme, right? So definitely, of course, Wash out any family stuff, any, junk from your parents, your siblings, your current partner, an ex-partner. Also, your partner's entire family too, and your parents' entire family. You just wash them out. So like say an uncle or a mother-in-law or, whatever, just wash everybody out. Your grounding is only for you. And now it's orange and you're just unblocking it. Typically, you don't have to go through the 3 colors like we're doing, but it is useful because you'll generally be more aware of certain blockages or certain issues if your grounding is a certain color, and then you switch it to a different color and you notice different things. So it's more thorough. But if you have 20 seconds to get grounded, you don't have to go through all 3 colors. All right, so that's orange grounding. So then go ahead and remake it as a yellow grounding. Your favorite shade of yellow, all the way down to the core of the earth and all the way up to your 3rd chakra. So nice and wide and this high, all the way around, even and back. Right, so then you have your copy of that yellow grounding out in front of you, and you just wash out. Wash out, melt away all the energy blocks. You can use gold fire. The gold light comes out of your hands if you're not thinking about it, just as a stream of gold light, but you can like spin it, turn it into bits of gold light, little flecks, and spin it like a gold sandstorm if you want. That's kind of fun. If you don't unblock your grounding frequently, then what you might find is like, say this one person I'm healing, she's had the back half of her grounding has been blocked up since like Monday evening of this week. So that's, 4 days. So now that the back of her grounding is unblocked, she's catching up on all the releasing that she wanted to do Monday night before bed, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and this morning, Friday morning. So, it's good to just kind of sit with it and just let it all release and use gold light and make sure it's all releasing so that you're catching up with the releasing that you ideally would have done days ago. That's why it's ideal to unblock your grounding, maybe even twice a day or more than that, because then everything's just much more comfortable and life is a lot less intense if you could do that. So now you can just switch back to whatever color you like of those 3 colors, or what I would recommend. Those 3 colors, they're lower in the rainbow, and they're less triggering for your lower chakras. So it's like kind of practical to pick within those 3 colors. So just go back to whichever color of those 3 works best for you right now, and then let's do indie grounding. So what we did is we did unblocking grounding at the 3 colors. Right? That's what we've just done. And now we're going to do indie grounding. So indie grounding is really important, but it's a very simple concept. It just means that you want your grounding to go straight down without branching off to other people. And you'd be surprised at how many couples like continually branch their groundings into each other. But then, they tend to both have crappy weeks at the same time, or it's just like they kind of weigh each other down, and, it's kind of like their baggage affects the other person a lot more than it would otherwise. If they have separate groundings, then you can get rid of your junk and they can get rid of their junk, and their junk doesn't get in the way of your junk. their releasing or their lack of releasing doesn't get in the way of your releasing. If your groundings are separate, if they're independent, indie grounding, right? So even if you do have a really compatible, fabulous marriage or relationship with your kids or your parent or whatever, the grounding ideally would be only for you, and then their grounding would be only for them, and that would be better for them too. So just go ahead and you could use gold fire, gold water, and you're just gold light, and you're just you're checking out that the surface of the grounding is all the way down to the core of the earth, that outer surface, just to melt away the branch off parts. And you may have to explain to people, because you may, say your grandmother or your mother or something may be in total shock that you don't want to bond groundings with her, because that's what her mother always did with her, and blah, blah, blah. And what are you saying? Am I a bad person? Why are you doing this? So you may have to just explain, it's okay, go check your grounding, ask your angels for help with grounding. It'll help you have a good day. I just want you to be happy. This way we can both be strong. Go check your grounding, go take a deep breath. Just if you keep it like upbeat and inspiring like that, then it helps people adjust to the shift that you're causing. Because as you change, if other people were in your space and now they're not, that causes them to change too. And so it's sort of a win-win if you can make it, more gentle for everyone as you kick them out. So again, this is indie grounding, and we're just going over that outer surface all the way down, just to melt away connections to other people. The idea with compatibility and individuality and all this is that you don't need to derive your strength from other people. If you're well and healthy, you have inner strength, a lot of it, and you get this sense of like how vast your inner strength is. It may take a while to get there, but it is possible. And so you don't have to you're not only strong by mooching off of other people's grounding or whatever, and they're not only strong by doing that to you. That's like a fake strength. All right, so that's indie grounding, right? All right, so let's work your aura. We'll do aura repair and aura unblocking. We sort of mix them together a lot. So first we'll work the 2 regular auras, and then I think it would be especially interesting to work the Wei Qi auras, which are 15 extra auras that help with strong energy boundaries. So, but first we got to do the 2 regular auras. If you're a newbie and your motivation is, or your time is limited, focus on the 2 regular auras and repairing those. The 2 things you could focus on is all in a 10-minute video I have. If you search generate aura repair, you'll find it. But it's like grounding, unblocking grounding, have a wide flowing grounding, and then aura repair of your regular auras. Those are the 2 things you could. If you could do that every day, there's no way your life wouldn't be definitely better. Like weirdly, significantly better. But anyway, so let's do aura repair of your 2 regular auras. So you just imagine them out in front of you, and you imagine the rips that you may have in your 2 regular auras, And if you don't have rips and you know for sure you don't have rips, then just heal the aura anyway and unblock it as I'm doing this work. But what you do if you can't see each individual rip, or you just want to be efficient, is you heal all those rips of your regular auras all at once. You make a composite copy of all of them. And so you're looking at one rip that represents all the rips in your 2 regular auras. How do you get rips? People throw energy because they're pissed subconsciously. And it could be someone was pissed at you like a year ago, but if you don't heal your aura, it's it just doesn't magically repair. So people tend to have a lot built up if they don't do this regularly. But anyway, so you imagine your composite copy of the rips in your regular auras, 2 regular auras, and you just heal that rip. You repair the rip with gold light. And it's really easy to get a lot of junk in the way, like invasive beings, little other people's energy. So we do sticky gold wax to clean out the rip, right? So fill it up with sticky gold wax, and the wax sticks to all the junk that's not you, and then you pick out the wax and the junk together and go, angels, here you go. So you just hand it to your angels. Okay, so here's the rip. You just cleaned it out a little. So now if you repair, the gold light should make better contact with the rip, and so some of it should heal up more easily. And again, do sticky gold wax in this composite copy of the rips in your regular auras. And sticky gold wax, have it stick to anything that's not you in this composite copy rip. And get rid of the wax and the junk. Angels, here you go. And then you can have scarring left over, like hard bumpiness left over after you've repaired. So you can just imagine that. It would be on the outer surface of the aura after the rip gets fixed. So just imagine any scarring that you have in your regular auras and just melt it away with gold light. So it's sort of a composite of all the scarring in your regular auras, and you're melting it away. Because hardness in your aura, it causes a weakness. It makes it it tears more easily then. You want flow instead of hardness. So you're melting away the scarring. Okay, and then bruising. I noticed a bunch of bruising. Someone was like, oh, I've been doing your techniques in videos for several years, blah, blah, blah. But they hadn't gotten a healing from me in that time, and which is fine. But they had a ton of bruising in their aura. So aura bruising, it can be like if someone throws energy at you, but your aura is pretty strong because you heal it all the time and you repair it all the time, then it could just cause bruising, which means like, say maybe a third of each of the aura layers for like a couple layers will get like hard black crust in it. So it's like then your aura just has all this hard stuff in it. So it's bruising. Aura bruising is what I call it. So you just imagine all this, both your regular auras have 7 layers each, like the concentric circles, kind of like layers of an onion. So around your body. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? So you just imagine any bruising in any of those aura layers. Just like put so much gold light that you're melting away the bruising. Because you want, say, like the outermost layer, 7th layer, which is generated by your 7th chakra in the top of your head. You want, I would say ideally, that's a purple color, right? Your 7th chakra, I would say ideally, an ideal color for that is any shade of purple that you like. So then you want your 7th layer to be only that flowing purple. You don't want to be half bruising, and then some purple in there, right? So just melt away all that hard bruising in your aura layers of both your regular auras. And especially unblock the bottom of all those aura layers, because the better flow you have under your feet, then the easier it is for all this junk to release that needs to release everywhere. It's like the plug in a tub drain. If you get rid of the plug, then the whole tub drains properly. So that's kind of what the bottom of your aura is. All those aura layers beneath your feet. Just melt away enough blockages so that the whole aura drains properly. And you can check layer by layer to see if you still have bruising or not, with your intuition. Just be like, okay, my 7th layer, the outermost layer, is it all flowing purple, or is there still bruising there? And then just check 7th layer, 6th layer, 5th layer, 4th layer, see which ones you still have to melt away the bruising. All right, so that was melting or bruising in both your regular auras. So we repaired the regular auras, then we did all that nice extra cool stuff. Melting the aura scarring, melting away the aura bruising. So you could take a second and just feel how that feels. Like, are your thoughts different at all? Do you physically feel different at all? And then let's do sticky gold wax to get rid of, you can have hard energy objects stuck in the outer surface of these auras, and that would mess with the surface tension on the aura, so you wouldn't get an energy seal, so it would be less strong, the outer surface of your aura, with these hard things stuck in it. So, and in the process, we can do sticky gold wax everywhere in your regular auras, and your grounding, in your astral body and physical body, just to get rid of, hard energy objects everywhere and energy blocks everywhere that you're looking to get rid of, and invasive beings that you're looking to get rid of. So the sticky gold wax is just gold light coming out of your hand chakras and your fingertip chakras, but it sticks to what you want to get rid of, and then you remove it with the junk. You remove the wax and the junk together, give it to your angels. Okay, so you just imagine your 2 regular auras, your physical body, your astral body, your 2 regular groundings, and just sticky gold wax all around, especially the outer surface of both of them. And have that sticky gold wax stick to anything that's not you, but especially hard objects stuck in there. And then sticky gold wax throughout the inside of both auras and both astral body and physical body. Through both groundings, around the outer surface of both groundings and the inside of both groundings. You want the wax to stick to anything that you want to get rid of. So any healthy family boundaries baggage, any junk from other people, any hard objects for sure, invasive beings for sure. And just we're going to move the wax and the junk to the side and then hand it to your angels. So move the wax and the junk to the side and say, angels, here you go. And you do have angels. Everyone has angels. So if you just say angels, they hear you just fine. Say it in your mind. You don't have to say it out loud. Okay, let's do that one more time. Sticky gold wax through both of your regular auras, the outer surface for sure, inside, through your physical body and astral body, through both physical and astral groundings. Sticky gold wax, and then move the wax and the junk to the side. Angels, here you go. And then now we'll just do a little extra repair of that outer surface of both of your regular auras so that you get a nice energy seal, a nice surface tension. Because when we remove the hard objects, then you'd have some holes where the hard objects were, so we're repairing those holes. All right, so that's an energy seal. For your two regular auras. And go ahead and recreate your gold buffer zones. And there is a reference video where I teach what that is and how they help to slow the rate of aura damage. It's an 18-minute video. If you search Janet Wright gold buffer zones, you'll find it, and I'll link it below later too. Okay, good. So then your Wei Qi auras, those are extra auras that you have, 15 of them that your spirit has, and they help you with strong energy boundaries. They help you even like on a physical level. Like if you're having like a weird feeling in your tummy, maybe you have some Wei Qi aura damage in your auras in front of your stomach area, so energy has more access than usual. You know, energy that's not you can sort of come and mess with that area more, so you just intuitively check, do I need Wei Qi aura repair, or of course regular aura repair in that area in front of my stomach, because your auras are supposed to protect you, supposed to, you know, so then you're just kind of swimming around happy and flowing and safe. So I'm going to do faster work on the Wei Qi auras just because, you know, I started late and I talked a long time and blah, blah, blah. But essentially, you can do all the stuff that we just did for your regular auras, you could do for your Wei Qi auras, but I'll just kind of speed it all up. So your 15 Wei Qi auras, you just imagine those and repair as much as is healthy and gentle to repair right now. I'm going to do areas at a time. Sometimes I do like a composite copy, so I'm healing all the rips that are healthy and gentle to repair in all the Wei Qi auras. But right now I'm just going to do the top rips, the rips in the upper part of your Wei Qi auras, so anywhere up here in any of your 15 Wei Qi auras. And sticky gold wax in that area to just get rid of what's not you. Give that to your angels. Sticky gold wax to get rid of all the junk and invasive beings, etc. that are in these rips. Give the wax and the beings to your angels. Angels, here you go. And then everywhere else, we'll do a composite copy of all the rips anywhere else in your Wei Qi auras and clean them out with sticky gold wax, the whole area. Get rid of the junk and the wax. Angels, here you go. Again, sticky gold wax in this composite rip. Angels, here you go. Gold light to repair. Gold light to repair the rips that are healthy and gentle to repair in your Wei Qi auras. And you can keep doing that because, I mean, you have 15 of them, you know, so there's probably a lot of rips and, or even just stuck areas in your Wei Qi auras. Your Wei Qi auras, they don't have chakras. They don't have, technically, they don't have like, they're not related directly to your astral body. They're around you. They're around your astral body, but they're just gold, like misty fields of energy around you as a spirit. But you want them to be nice and whole, like big gold bubbles of gold mist, rather than like all ripped up. And you could do sticky gold wax and have it cling to all the invasive beings that you want to get rid of out of your Wei Qi auras. And angels, here you go. And a little extra repair. So you get the energy seal for as many Wei Qi auras as possible. All right. So that was a sort of sped up version of working your Wei Qi auras in 4 minutes. Double check your grounding. Just make sure it's flowing well. Both your astral body grounding and your physical body grounding. Just make sure they're. And indie grounding, double check your indie grounding. And just say it's okay, go check your grounding, go take a deep breath, go ask your angels for help with grounding. You know, just to help inspire people to leave your grounding alone. All right. So chakra repair. This is also something that I think people miss. You know, like maybe, you know, you've been doing my videos for a while and there's so many interesting little videos you can do on, you know, this or that or this or that. Whereas chakra repair, it may seem like, well, my chakras are fine. I unblock them every day. But, you know, you could have a few of them that are like have significant cracks in them, you know, which I would call chakra damage. And if you don't heal that, it really impairs how good they can feel, you know, because they're missing pieces. They're missing pieces or they have big cracks in them, you know. So chakra repair is a nice thing to do, you know. And even people that have worked their energy for a long time, you know, I'll take a look at them and I'll be like, yeah, you know, your 3 of your 7 chakras are damaged. You could fix that and then everything would work better, you know. So let's do that. So you can repair a chakra one at a time if you want, but I don't have that kind of time right now. So, and plus this works nicely if you don't know which chakras are damaged. I mean, you can use your intuition. You could write down, you know, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 for physical chakras, and then 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 for astral body chakras, and just, you know, intuitively check. Okay, is this one damaged? No. Is that one damaged? No. That one damaged? No. You know, and just check so that you practice your intuition. And so then later, you know, after doing that for a long time, then you don't have to write it down anymore. You just say, oh yeah, oh, my 4th chakra's damaged, you know, in the back. But anyway, so let's repair them all at once. So that way you don't have to know which one needs repair, right? So you make a composite copy of all your major chakras. You can also do your minor chakras, but I think for now we'll do the major chakras. So your 7 astral and 7 physical. So make a composite copy so it looks just like one chakra. So what's the basic shape of a chakra? I would say the basic shape of a chakra is an open cylinder. So cylinder, round opening, round opening. Some people imagine a chakra as like all different things, like a lotus flower, blah, blah, blah. But I think that that's not so useful because, or like a cone where one end is like almost closed. But like, what's the point of that? Because you want to be able to release energy and you want to have flow in and out of both ends of the chakra. So if it's a cylinder where both ends are equally wide and open, so you can flow properly, then that's good. Some people get confused and they think, oh, I don't want my chakras open, like as in an open door to thieves in the world, you know, like that it's unsafe. But if your chakras are flowing as well as possible and unblocked as well as possible, then you're present. And if you're present, then you're safe. You know, that's the idea. You don't need to become like this blocked up rock that just hides somewhere in order to, you know, pretend that you're safe. Just unblock and get as whole and healed as possible, and then you're safe, you know, because you're very present and you can, you know, you have great awareness then, and you can just repair as needed, and you know, so that I would say is actual energy safety and strength. So yeah, don't be like phobic about, you know, opening your chakras. Just, you know, rainbow colors is good. Sometimes when people, you know, get overwhelmed, maybe their seventh chakra is at a white color, you know, I would definitely never recommend that. You know, so rainbow colors, red at the bottom, orange, yellow, green, light blue, cobalt blue, purple, you know, just nice rainbowy. So anyway, long story long, composite copy. So imagine one composite copy representing all your 7 astral and 7 physical chakras, and just use so much gold light that the cracks and the missing pieces repair up. And, you know, if there are any gashes or scratches that don't belong there, of course, just melt them away. So much gold light, gold fire, gold water. Also let this gold light unblock the chakras, because you can have energy blocks sort of around them, like a crust around the chakra, but you can also have energy blocks inside or in front, or, you know, around the round openings, but also inside them too, inside the chakra. So much gold light that you're just blasting away all the blocks, and you're repairing all the damage, and you're melting away all the cords too to other people. The only cord that I would suggest you keep is if you have a young child of yours that is like 13 or younger, then just keep the first chakra cord, not a whole bunch of cords to them, because you'll be kind of messing with yourself and them if you have a bunch of cords to a bunch of chakras. Just the first chakra cord if you have a kid that's 13 or younger. Okay, so lots of gold light. Melt away the cords, melt away any damage, any blocks, just melt it all away. You can get damage to the surface of the round opening. You know, energy ideally would be flowing through the round openings, but there's also kind of a surface to it. And if it's fully repaired and healed, it looks like the surface of water, like all ripply. So if your chakra's purple, then this would be like purple water that can kind of ripple if it's fully repaired and healed. But you can get like a hardness there and like scratches. So just repair the surfaces of the round openings so that you're melting away all the hard junk. And sometimes it's easier to lift out the baggage rather than just melting it to nothingness with gold light. So we could do that too. You have your composite copy, right, of all your major chakras, and just lift out any baggage from, say, your genetic father. So even if your genetic father, you didn't even know him, even if you're like a sperm bank baby, or something, you know, just whatever, you know, just any baggage that you may have gotten on a spirit level subconsciously from your genetic dad, that's in your major chakras. Just lift out that baggage from your genetic dad in this life and blow it up if you want, if it's yours, if you're healing yourself. If you're not healing yourself, or you just prefer, hand it to your angels. Just say, angels, here you go. Okay, so lift out again baggage from your genetic dad out of your major chakras. Angels, here you go. More gold light. Just keep breathing. If you feel weird, redo your grounding. Just double check that your grounding is nice and flowing, because that's a big deal to just do what we just did. Big deals are totally possible once you've, you know, repaired as much as we've repaired, but I'm just saying it's still good to check your grounding in between. So, okay, you have your composite copy of all your major chakras. Lift out the baggage from your genetic mother in this life. Just lift it out. Whatever baggage you're ready to get rid of from your genetic mom. Angels, here you go. And we'll do that one more time. Any baggage or junk from your genetic mom that you're ready to get rid of, just angels, here you go. Whew, whew, whew. Okay, so that was from both your genetic parents in this life. How about from, if you have siblings in this life, lift out any junk from them that might be in your major chakras. Lift it out. Angels, here you go. So again, from siblings in this life, lift it out. Angels, here you go. And partners, your current partner if you have one. If not, just do your exes. But if you do, it could be interesting to do it separately. So from your current partner, just lift out any junk that wound up in your chakras from that person. Angels, here you go. And, you know, a lot of times it's accidental. People don't know they're dumping on other people. So just lift out any baggage from your current partner that was in your major chakras. Angels, here you go. And former partners, former, you know, boyfriends, girlfriends, whatever, from this life, just lift out any baggage from them. And angels, here you go. And then we can do past lives. You know, any past life baggage from fathers in past lives. Just lift out dad baggage from past lives. Angels, here you go. Maybe wiggle around, make sure you're still here. Right? Lift out dad baggage from past lives. Enough is enough. You don't have to keep carrying it. Angels, here you go. All right, how about mom baggage from past lives? Maybe. Lift out any mom baggage from past lives. Angels, here you go. Obviously, you could do this more over time. One more time, any baggage from moms, past life moms, lift all that out. Angels, here you go. Past life sibling drama, anyone? Lift out junk from past life siblings in your chakras. Lift it out, give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. One more time. Past life sibling drama, lift all that out. Angels, here you go. And here's one to lighten your life up. Past life love life dramas. Past life, any baggage from past life partners, boyfriends, girlfriends, lovers, whatever. Lift all that junk out. Angels, here you go. To the extent it's healthy and gentle, blah, blah, blah. We're going to do what we can do today safely and happily, right? So, baggage from past life partnerships. Lift all that out. Angels, here you go. And past life extended families, right? Because it could be an aunt or a mother-in-law or something. So any past life extended family dramas, lift all that out from your chakras. Angels, here you go. Woo, 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 woo. One more time, past life extended family dramas, lift them out of your chakras. Angels, here you go. We could do energy healing flowers right now, just with this composite copy of all your major chakras. Make energy healing flowers so that you get a deeper sense of your own potential as a person and as an individual in this lifetime. Okay, so just the energy of the possibilities, all the positive possibilities and potential that you have in this lifetime, and just put that into a bunch of rainbow colored gold flowers. And just, angels, can you check my flowers? Right? So these are energy healing flowers to help you get a deeper sense of your own possibility, your own positive potential, and give these flowers to the composite copy of your chakras. And you can just blow up that composite copy because you don't need it anymore, or give it to your angels. And make more flowers, same thing, energy healing flowers that you need to help you get a deeper sense of your own potential for individuality, for empowerment in this lifetime. And have your angels double check them. Angels, can you double check my flowers? And give them to yourself. One more time. Energy healing flowers for your own sense of positive potential, your own sense of positive possibilities. So a bunch of energy healing flowers. Angels, can you check my flowers? And then give them to yourself. All right, let me catch up on my notes, because later there'll be a healing summary in the comment section within a day, so I have to write all that up. My goodness, what did we do? So when we did chakra repair, then we sort of segued. Once we did the basic repair, then we lifted out baggage. From dads, moms, siblings, partners, extended family, and then past life of all of the above. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, and then we did flowers for the composite, possibility flowers, we'll call them. And then we did possibility flowers just for you, to give them directly to you. All right. So double check your indie grounding. Indie grounding. Right? So just gold light all around the outer surface of your grounding, all the way down to the core of the earth. Melt away any attachments to other people's grounding. Just remind everybody, hey, grounding works better when it's separate. Go have your angels help you with separate grounding. Go have your angels help you with grounding. It'll help you have a better day. It'll help you sleep better. That's usually what everybody likes. So like, you know, if you're telepathing your uncle who's like, what do you mean have a better day? And you say, have you sleep better? Oh, why didn't you say that? Help you focus better. Usually that's one that really resonates with everybody. Which is also true. All right, all right. Those funny dog sound effects were from my dog, Izzy. Izzy. Shush. He always wants to be the focus of my attention. Okay, so I think it's time for a little work on legs. Legs, legs, legs. People don't realize how important the physical legs are as far as your own empowerment, your own strength. So even though there are, you know, like regular expressions, like stand on your own 2 feet, right? You should stand on your own 2 feet. You should be able to stand on your own 2 feet, right? You should be strong and independent. Stand on your own 2 feet. So the more present you are in your legs and your feet, the more you can stand on your own 2 feet. The more you can, because your legs bring earth energy into your first chakra if they function properly, if they're unblocked enough and you're there enough. So then your first chakra works better. And also they can bring red earth energy into your Kundalini chakra too, which is below the first chakra, so that you don't have like weird panicky feelings and you can sleep well if your Kundalini chakra functions properly. So then, you know, it just really helps you to kind of master your fears and be courageous to be in your legs, because that stabilizes your first chakra. Because you can't really be that independent if it's easy for people to block up your legs, or your legs are already all blocked up, because then it's like you might be in your chakras, but it's kind of like you're missing that really key stabilizing function of having the legs, you know, being in your legs and bringing up red earth energy for your Kundalini chakra and your first chakra. It's so stabilizing, and it just helps you be much more of a, if you'll excuse my slang, you know, if there are kids watching, which there probably aren't, but it helps you be much more of a badass, you know, just like, you know, just be strong. So, long story short, that's what we're gonna do now. Is legs and feet. And just at a basic level is what we're gonna do now. We'll probably do more legs work, you know, maybe first quarter next year for sure, but legs is always good. So just imagine a copy of your legs out in front of you, your legs and your feet. And just do an intuitive read, even if you feel like you're making it up, just do it anyway. What percentage of your legs and feet are flowing and have your energy in them? You know, is it 20%? Is it 80%? Just, there's no good or bad. The more non-judgmental you are about it, the more likely you are to like be open to the truth and the reality of the situation. But just notice like what percentage of your legs are you, and then what percentage is blocked energy that's, you know, part of your family's energy or whatever else. And another nuance to that is you could say, well, okay, on a good day or a bad day, or let's say maybe not put judgment with it, but on a more stable day, because usually people have like a fluctuation in how present they are, and some days they're more present than other days. So you can kind of notice that on a day when you're less present. So a typical less present day for you, what percentage of presence do you have in your legs? And on a typical day that you're more present, what percentage of presence do you have in your legs? So like if I just pick a sample person, like this woman, she pays for her daughters to get healings, herself and her daughter's boyfriend. So her daughter's boyfriend, right now he's, well, because he got so much healing just now, he's like 50% in his legs, and he does get regular healings. So on a more present day, he is 50% in his legs, and on a less present day, he's maybe like 20% present in his legs. So his range is like 20% to 50% presence in his legs. So the ideal is, you know, let's get that more and more and more present. So then it's just this constant sense of strength and power that you have. So not only would you be unblocking your legs and your feet, but you'd be unblocking your aura around your legs and your feet, right? Because if you have a ton of stuck energy all around, it's going to be really hard to get in there. So just your aura all around your legs and your feet, especially those inner aura layers, as well as inside your legs and your feet. And just you could use gold sandstorm, where the gold light comes out of your hands and you turn it into like little flecks of gold light, and you spin it. You don't have to do that, but that can be a little more forceful as far as unblocking things. So unblock around your hips too. Because if your hips are super blocked, that's going to keep you out of your legs, because you come in from the top down, right? So you want to be in your hips in order to be in your legs. It doesn't have to be perfect. Like you could be half in your hips, you know, I mean, you know, whatever, to the extent that you can do it right now. Just unblock around your hips and in your hips, and then around and in your legs and your feet. And we can, you know, especially get rid of family junk, you know, so present, we'll do it all at once though, present and past life family junk in your hips, legs, and feet, and just in and around your hips, legs, and feet, and just sticky gold wax the whole thing. Family junk, sticky gold wax, lift it out as a block. Angels, here you go. Okay, so let's do that again. Family junk, present and past life family junk around hips, legs, and feet. Sticky gold wax it, lift it out. Angels, here you go. This is definitely something you could do on a regular basis, because generally you'll be more and more and more willing and able to clear more on different days if you just keep doing it. So family junk, sticky gold wax, your hips, legs, and feet, all around and in. Lift out the family junk. Angels, here you go. So now you can get an intuitive read of how present are you in your legs and your feet now. And your hips. How present are you in your hips now? You could have triggered energy blocks in the front of your aura that is keeping you out of your lower chakras and therefore your hips and legs and feet. So if we do some extra unblocking, in the front of the aura, to get rid of triggered energy blocks that could be keeping you less present in your hips and your lower chakras, and therefore also you're out of your legs and your feet. So just this really right here, but we could do the whole area. Any triggered energy blocks in the top of, you know, above your seventh or in front of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So they'll just look like chunks of energy in an aura layer. So those are triggered energy blocks, and just sticky gold wax them all, melt away cords going into them, and you can just lift them out. You could blow them up if you're healing yourself, or just hand them to your angels. Angels, here you go. Sticky gold wax all the triggered energy blocks that could be keeping you less present in your hips and legs and feet. And then lift them out. Angels, here you go. And now, how present are you in your legs, hips, and feet? Hips, legs, and feet. We could do a sticky gold wax for all your major chakras. This is its own little 5-minute video. If you search Janet Wright sticky wax and then the number 7 for 7 chakras, you'll find it. Oh, it'll be linked below later too. But you can just imagine copies of all your major chakras out in front of you. We can imagine them in the same place. So your astral 7th in your physical 7th, and then 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So if you're fully present, your astral chakras fit in your physical chakras. So just imagine them, all your major chakras, 7 and 7, and cover them in sticky gold wax to get rid of the energy blocks. And then move the wax and the blocks to the side and give them to your angels. Angels, here you go. More sticky gold wax around all your major chakras. Move the wax and the blocks to the side. Angels, here you go. And now get a sense of how present are you in your hips. And then your legs and your feet. And just get a sense of, are you bringing up enough red earth energy through your feet chakra at the arch of each foot, through your ankles, through your knees, all the way up into the front of your first chakra and the front of your Kundalini chakra. Are you bringing up enough earth energy? And unblock the front of your first chakra and the front of your Kundalini chakra so the earth energy can make it in there. All right, there is a video on that. I'll make sure it's linked below later. It has unblocking of the first chakra, the Kundalini chakra, and the legs. Okay, so eighth chakra. Your eighth chakra, like I said in the intro, it is one of your chakras, but it's not one of your 7 major chakras because it's number 8. And it doesn't come into your physical body. It's above you, significantly above you. Like if this is the top of your aura, then your eighth chakra could be like 3 feet above that or even higher up than that. But if you're more interested in what you're doing, typically your eighth chakra lowers down, so it's maybe like 2 or 3 feet above your top of your aura if you're very sort of engaged in what you're doing and fascinated by something that you're doing. So and your eighth chakra, it shines down gold light on you, your eternal wisdom and what you've learned and eternal healing energy, what you've learned in past lives that could help you now. So you don't want that blocked. You want to feel that. And if the more you feel it, it's very mellowing. So then you tend to not sweat the small stuff, you can kind of just see the big picture and realize that some things aren't as big of a deal as you might think they are in the moment. Eighth chakra energy can kind of help you to realize that, help you to see like, okay, I always get, my undies in a bunch about something and I'm just not going to go there this time. Like it helps you get out of patterns, because this eighth chakra energy is like the part of you that's been through so many lifetimes that, you really have seen this game play out before and you realize like, oh yeah, I always do that. I'm not going to do that this time. So it's really good for, getting out of your old patterns. And it can be also very good for, since it's wisdom, it can be good for, your non-judgment and helping you to not get stuck in blaming and judging everybody, because if you make everyone into a villain, then you're a victim. And if you're a victim, then you're just screwed, right? There's nothing you can do. So it's typically more empowering if you just think of your own strength and keep building up your own strength and keep healing. And, and your eighth chakra can help you to kind of refocus like that. So, you don't want family blockages or any blockages to get in the way of that energy. It's really nice, right? So it shines down from above. So that means any blockages anywhere here might distort or fully block that eighth chakra, nice gold light from getting to you. So we don't want that, right? So just imagine this area up here. We've already done a lot of grounding, so everybody's pretty nicely grounded. You can just double check again, red or orange or yellow, grounding nice and wide, right? And then, so that was explaining the eighth chakra stuff, and now we'll do the eighth chakra stuff, which is really easy. So just imagine, like, say this is your head, and this is everything above your head, right? Including your creative rings, including all the regular aura layers, and above your aura, right? And then here's your eighth chakra. So just sticky gold wax the whole thing. And have the sticky gold wax stick to anything that's blocking or distorting your eighth chakra energy on its way down to you. And just sticky gold wax it, and then get rid of the wax and the blockages. Angels, here you go. So one more time, sticky gold wax any area from below your eighth chakra all the way down to the top of your head, and just sticky gold wax all that. Have the wax stick to any blockages, anything that's in the way, and then just get rid of the wax and all the blocks. Angels, here you go. And there could be some leftover blockages. You can kind of trace down the path that the gold light would have to make to get from your eighth chakra down to your seventh chakra, and just see if your hand sort of collides with any energy blocks, and then just go ahead and melt those. So from your eighth chakra all the way down, see if you bump into any energy blocks, and then melt them with gold light. Because you want more and more of your eighth chakra energy that you're sending down to your seventh chakra, because you don't need all of it, but you need some, and so just make sure it's all making its way down without getting distorted or diminished. I'm looking at there's one more thing I want to do, but I have to figure it out. So I'm looking at a sample person that the angels showed me. Yeah. Okay. So your resistance is like your inner glue, and it could be completely subconscious, or you could know that you resist some people in your family or your extended family. Or an ex-partner that you have, or a current partner that you have. You might be aware of your resistance. You might not be aware of all of it. But it's like a way in which you're kind of like, like you're kind of a little tense about something. And that makes it hard for you to have boundaries with somebody. It's better to have boundaries with somebody if you're very flowing and very present and non-judgmental, and you're just here, right? Not like, because if you're like this, then it weakens you and imbalances you, excuse me. So non-resistance, right? So that's something that we could do, to wrap up, is just work non-resistance to your genetic family in this life, to any, family dramas from past lives that you're still feeling, just non-resistance to, family boundary issues. right? So how would we do that? Well, non-resistance is important. I mean, you can have non-resistance anywhere, right? You can sort of move out of the state of resisting and being the glue to being the flow, right? So it can be anywhere, but sometimes if you clear it up here more above, then it trickles down really nicely. So you can just comb everywhere, but more above your head and in your upper chakras maybe. But everywhere is good too. So just gold light and just remind yourself, hey, I can let go, I can relax, I can be non-resistant. I don't have to resist my family members. I don't have to resist past life family dramas. You know, I can be flowing, I can be wise, I am safe. Sometimes you just remind yourself, I am safe, you know, or I am strong, I am an eternal being. You know, some kind of comforting thing that's true. Also in your grounding, non-resistance in your grounding. Just relax and let go. So any accidental subconscious glue that you have, just relax it. Just relax above your head. Let go of any struggle so you can just be flowing and strong. You can even say, I could be flowing and strong. I can let go. I can be flowing, strong, and present. Indie grounding. You redo your gold buffer zones. All right. So we did it. That's a healing. You can say, angels, give me a blessing. Angels, can I have a blessing or a healing? That's always a nice finishing. All right. So we ended with non-resistance. All right. So the healing's over. So we could do a little bit of, just an overview too. So again, like I said, there are 2 other healings in this set. This is Friday. There's a Sunday healing and there's a Tuesday healing. And after the Sunday healing, there will be a quick break and then there'll be a Q&A that I will do, a live Q&A, separate live stream. And the theme on that will be healthy family boundaries or strong family boundaries, however you want to think about it. For if there's a newbie, like someone who has never, asked a question to me before or hardly ever, that kind of thing, someone new to my work or just new to interacting with me, if you prefer just asking if I have any feedback and healing suggestions for you, that's fine. But ideally everybody else, strong family boundaries, kind of healthy family boundaries questions, just so the whole thing will kind of focus on that. It'd be cool. So that's the Sunday Q&A. Okay, so if you have any comments that you want to say now about the healing that you just did, let me know context too. Are you one of the people that I just healed who purchased the healing 2 months ago on the 15th? Did you heal yourself as well? Or, did you only heal yourself and I didn't heal you? Just because some people have really wild YouTube IDs, so I don't know from the ID which is which. And let's not do like a full Q&A now, like, just try to, you can always post a question under a video. Oh, by the way, I am behind on answering video Q&As right now, video posted questions. Usually that is always something that you can do, post a question under any video at any time, and I get to them when I can, and that is preferred rather than just emailing me, hey, Janet, read this for me, out of nowhere for free. I prefer, a comment under a video, because it helps me to sort of budget time for those. But I'm behind right now. So if you posted one a week ago and you're like, she hasn't got back to me, is it just me? No, it's not just you. All right, so I'm going to, I can't set a timer because I don't have my clock, my phone with me. Anyway, okay. So someone says, Janet, please include men healing for abusive, controlling partners, girlfriend who left deserted. Both men and women need to stop pining for lost love and family. Well, I'm not sure what you mean because, yeah, when I say boyfriend, I mean, yeah, girlfriend or, non-gendered partner, just substitute whatever is relevant for you. It's not like there's a separate clearing. I'm going to say, okay, clear out girlfriend baggage. Okay, now clear out boyfriend baggage, just partner baggage. Just, substitute what's relevant for you with that. But yeah, obviously, the stuff is not gender specific. You can get screwed over by a male partner or a female partner or a non-gendered transgender partner or, whatever. It's just, yeah. So I've already included it just know that, substitute what's relevant for you. Partner is nice and generic, especially past lives, because past lives you've done all sorts of things. You've been a man who's dated men, you've been a woman who's dated women, you've been transgender, you've been, non-binary, you've been blah, 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 So just old family love life baggage, just clear it all at once. Someone says, feels more solid. Good to know. Oh, good. Yeah, you got the healing too. Good. I'm glad to know that. So it says, I can't even tell you how badly I needed healing on this subject, but I'm sure you could tell. So happy. Good to know. Yeah. It is it completely transformed my life to be able to do this level of work on myself. Complete game changer for my entire life. So I get it for sure. I get it. Someone says, hello, Janet and everyone. Someone says, hi, Janet. I'm excited for this healing. During the healing, I felt a lot of contempt towards my boyfriend's son. Just wonder what that's about. I feel like I can't let it go, LOL. I think that your boyfriend's son is in your space and you're feeling anger about it, but you're not fully clearing him out. So you can just kind of look at that. If you're in sort of this pissy, sort of resistant mode, it's not a good way to unstick yourself fully from somebody. So, try to, anger that is centered, that's fine. But if it's kind of like, then that's not centered. And that's why you're only clearing out that kid 60% and the other 40 is still there. And so you're like, I can't get him out, So just, you could be pissed, but be like, kind of Buddha pissed. And just be like, okay, I will now affect change. Whoosh, gold tidal wave, gold tsunami, whoosh. Now he's out. Just make it happen. There's no need to be, resistant about it. Just people get threatened, subconsciously. It's, the kid had a past life where his parent remarried and left all the kids, moved 4 hours away and never saw the kids again. So, it's a past life phobia that this kid has that he's accidentally, subconsciously projecting onto you, that he's threatened by you dating his dad. Nothing you can really fix exactly. I mean, but you can remind him when you're more centered. Just, say his name is Johnny. Just be like, hey, Johnny, you can ask your angels to help you. Your angels can help you have a good day. Just say, angels, please heal me. I know you have a lot of stresses in your life. And then, then he's, and if you consistently remind him stuff like that, when from a point of being centered and present, not like brainwashing him in his head, but if you're centered, then, and you remind him on a regular basis, then he'll work with his angels more and more and more, and then he'll clear his triggers and not be so motivated to, be in your space. So I hope that makes sense. People tend to have logical reasons why they're invasive. Logical maybe isn't the right word, but you know what I mean. There's a reason, and so there's no need to like demonize people. It's some baggage thing they have, So be Buddha angry. Don't be resistant angry, or just don't be angry. But Someone says, "Want to be a badass?" Good. Yeah, you're a junior badass already. I would say you made so much quick progress. Um, Someone says, "Hello, thank you for the healing, Janet. Just before you started healing the legs and feet, I noticed my feet were tingly, warm feeling." That's cool. I think your angels were prepping you. Someone says, just came on. I feel very present in my legs and feet. Oh, good, 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 good. Because you got the healing. That's great. That's cool. Yeah, you could keep working. That person that just said, just came on and feel very present in my legs and feet. Keep working the back of your first and second layers behind your hips. First, second layer behind your hips. Just keep on blocking that and getting rid of all the hardness there. Because then that'll help you be in your hips more, which will help you be in your legs and feet even more. And keep working on clearing your mom out of your legs and hips and feet. But for some reason, the back, first and second layer behind your hips seems to be a good place to create a lot of change if you keep on blocking there. Someone says, "Oof, non-resistance, yes, please." Yeah, that's what we needed to end on. Non-resistance. Okay, someone says, "Thank you, Janet." And you're saying your name. Yes. Learned a lot today, both grounding and 8th chakra and legs. I healed myself and followed along. Please let me know if I did okay. Yeah, you did great. Yeah. When we were melting away the aura bruising and you were getting the healing from me, you just like so much released. It'd be funny. You could look at, before the aura bruising part, what did your aura layers look like? And after melting away aura bruising, what did your aura layers look like? And just get at least an intuitive sense, if not visual sense of how much cleared with that part. Just the clearing away aura bruising, melting aura bruising in your regular auras. Also, I think your angels are particularly excited about those possibility flowers that we did. Your energy healing flowers, so that you get a deeper sense, subconsciously and consciously, of your own potential, your own possibilities, positive potential. Someone says, "Hi, Janet," and you're reminding me your name. "You did a healing on me and my friend. Yes, I feel very serene now. I'm wondering how my friend did." Well, I don't know how he feels consciously, so I will be looking forward to your survey about that. Very much so, even if he feels the same. But be good to know. But I was watching him because he was one of my newbies. For context, just so people know, because I happened to count it out yesterday. Newbies that I've never healed before in this healing, I think there are like between 4 and 6 newbies out of 125 people. There are only like 4 to 6 people that I've never ever healed before. 4 for sure, and then 2, if I healed them, it was like once a while ago, so they're pretty much, like the first time. So I watch those people extra to make sure they're like kind of with the program as it goes along. Because once you've gotten a number of healings from me, it's kind of like it's like riding a bike. You're like, oh yeah, this is a healing. I get this now. I'm going to be healed. Oh, But anyway, so I was watching your friend, long story short. I mean, it's all very new for him to release on this level. So he was definitely, he received all of it, but it's kind of like, putting your toe in the water, like, energy clearing, repairing, so there's a way in which he's definitely holding back his full participation in getting the healing, but it's good enough. I mean, even a teeny try is a big deal for some people, so he's going to work more in his sleep with his angels. And I think it was a pleasant toe in the water experience for him. I think he put like, half of 1 foot in the water with this healing. Because the idea of, clearing out your physical body, and that your physical body is a sacred instrument for you to be present in and feel energy and manifest through, that's kind of blowing his mind a little bit. So a lot of people, they just get confused. They think that, oh, I want to numb out. There's so much wrong with my life. I don't want to be near my physical body. I don't want to feel all that's wrong with my life. But the idea is you clear out what's wrong with your life that is resident in your physical body, so then you can come in and manifest change to your real life. So you don't demonize your physical body just because, like, say you have your genetic family's energy in your physical body, you can't get another one in this life. So, you clean it out, restore it, make it sacred again, make it yours. So anyway, so far so good is what I would say. He's pleasantly surprised, but cautious. That's what I would say about your friend. Okay, someone says, thank you for the healing, Janet. How did my mom and sister do today? And you're reminding me of their names. Yes, thank you. Your mom is interesting, because I think that there's like a little bit of caution and tentativeness with her, where she can kind of overthink things. But the more she tries these healings, because this isn't the first one you've gotten her. I think you've gotten her a few. So, I mean, she's really warming up to it. She's not quite yet, jumping with both feet in with her boldness, but it's, she is releasing stuff that she's really needed to release. So it's hitting the spot already for her. So it's nice to see. It's nice to see. Never too late to get energy healing. Your sister, she's more like, rocking it. She's more like in the mix and, releasing all sorts of stuff, and, kind of, she's more maybe precocious with this stuff now. She's I would say on a subconscious level very motivated with the healing. Maybe it's this theme in particular that kind of she's really aligned with. But yeah, they both did fine. Thank you for the healing today. I'm always so grateful for healing on family boundaries. Yes, you're welcome. Someone says, I really liked and felt the non-resistance part at the end. I healed myself since by the time I remembered these healings were sold out. Yeah, you need to set reminders for yourself. They go up on the 15th and they sell out fast, within like 15 minutes to 3 hours, depending on the theme, depending on, sometimes people will pick their favorite set, they won't get both, whatever. So, but yeah, they can sell out in as little as 15 minutes these days, or as long as 3 hours. So yeah, you remind yourself, so you're around to buy them. I felt sleepy near the Wei Chi auras, but still continued. Yeah, good to know. And thanks for posting your name. Yeah, yeah, and you can always say, of course, if you're healing yourself or I'm healing you as well, say, angels, please help me get the most out of this healing experience. Even if you're half listening to it later as a video while you make breakfast or something, just say, angels, help me to make the most of this. But yeah, the Wei Chi stuff I was doing a lot in a very quick amount of time. So I think your grounding just blocked up. So, you know, just if you get sleepy, just unblock your grounding again, get back into your legs. Good. But you did heal a lot, and your angels were helping you. Okay, someone says, I feel like non-resistance was a great one for my cousin, yes, that got the healing. Your little cousin. It's so funny, because, you know, he's like 20. Um, it's so funny, you know, because there are technically 11 kids that got this healing today. And by kid, I mean 17 years or younger. But there are a bunch of other people who somebody considers a child, or, you know, oh, it's my little son or my little daughter or whatever, but they're like 20 or 30 or something. You know? So that's always funny when I'm going through the list, because it's like somebody will be like, you know, like you're like, oh, it's my little cousin, whereas he's a 20-year-old man, you know? But there's a lot of that where it's like somebody's getting a healing and, you know, he's 25, but their mom, you know, it's hard, I guess. People think of them as like, oh, that's my son, you know. Anyway, it's just funny. But speaking of your cousin, I think it was all good, especially Chakra Repair. He really needed some sort of, well, he had a lot of aura damage, and he did have some chakra damage, like fourth chakra. Fourth chakra is like motivation, you know, feeling motivated, positive thinking. So that was like pretty much crushed, you know, before the healing. So he did get that, you know, repaired up, which is a big deal. So he had some key chakra damage, which was getting in the way. So yeah, I think there were. I think it was his first healing ever in this life, so I think a lot of it really helped. And particularly now, he's more likely to let his angels heal him, which is good, you know. So fortunately, he's got 2 more healings to go to learn all this. So it says, I am a participant. Yes, one of the people that I healed. I've felt somewhat unsettled for the past week and tried clearing blocks and people's energy. After this healing, I feel more calm, much calmer and relaxed. Thank you. Oh, good. I think that you had some Wei Chi aura damage that was fairly significant in the front of your aura and the top of your Wei Chi auras. So, you know, the Wei Chi auras, they're in the same place as the regular auras, but your regular auras were fully repaired, but you had like maybe 3 of them just sort of scooped out, the Wei Chi auras up here, and then about 4 of them had like really significant rips in the front sides. So I think that kind of made everything seem more stormy than it should. So yeah, Wei Chi aura repair, I think, could have calmed things down a little bit earlier this week. And then maybe once you did the Wei Chi aura repair, maybe just the creative ring flaps, you know, like there's that video, if you search Janet Wright, creative ring flaps, F-L-A-P-S, flaps. And then just because once you heal your creative ring enough so that they can calm down, then the other flaps close down and it's like everything's less frenetic, less, you know, weird and overwhelming. Okay, someone says, aloha, Janet. I healed myself. Just wanted to say the aura brushing super helped. Also, I didn't realize that a lot of triggered fear was actually connected to not being present in my legs. Yeah. Yeah, I saw a sample person who wasn't in their hips very much. Well, as much as they could be, and it was because they were busy avoiding some triggered energy blocks in the first layer, and so they were like, "Ooh, I don't want to be anywhere near there." Yeah. So when we cleared the triggered energy blocks, then it was just sort of flowy, nice, and welcoming energy. So the person was like, "All right, I'll get in my lower chakras, but more, you know," and then they could be in their hips more and in their legs more. So yeah, it's all interrelated. So I'm glad that was a nice experience for you to heal yourself with all that. So it says, thank you very much for the healing, Janet. And that person also says, the other thing I realized that I could use is healing emotional dumping grounds for healthy boundaries with family members. So I'll have to go back and rewatch that video for that technique. Yeah, that's true. Total game changer. Yeah, there is there is that whole thing we did. Dumping grounds. And yeah, if you search Janet Wright dumping grounds, you should find that. It's basically just there. Yeah, you can have places in your aura where people dump a lot of energy that you can restore so that they're not so easily used as dumping grounds. Someone says Budapest. Yeah. I'm just laughing because some people would be so offended by that term. Be Budapest. So it says, thank you, Janet. You're welcome. So it says, wow. Thank you, Janet. I'm sorry I fell asleep 20 minutes after we started the healing. Something is off. I've been tired for 3 days, sleeping excessively. Do you know why? Well, it got repaired in the healing, but you did have, but it was probably, maybe that's why you fell asleep when we were doing, right before we did chakra repair, but you did have chakra damage in chakras 7, 6, and 5. Let's see, today's Friday. Since like last Saturday, so almost for a full week, you had chakra damage in your upper 3 chakras. You at one point had aura damage and chakra damage, but then you fixed the aura damage, but you didn't realize that your chakras had gotten cracked, and so you never repaired the chakra damage. So you could kind of intuitively, you know, as you're repairing your aura, think, do I need to repair my chakras? Because if someone gets you really good, they can like rip through your aura and whack some of your chakras and get them all cracked up. So anyway, I think that's why you've been especially tired, is just you had chakra damage. Someone says, Janet, please help with 4th chakra block, severe have. English, please. Severe have. Janet, please help with 4th chakra block, severe have. Okay, so I don't know. I'm assuming you're not somebody that I just healed, the 125 people. Severe have. I mean, you have aura damage first. That's what you heal first. It's like if you had a house, right? And half of the roof was missing, and you also have like some chipped tile on your kitchen floor. What do you fix first, right? You put the roof back on the house, and then you fix your kitchen floor, right? Because if the roof is missing off half your house, a lot can get damaged, right? You just don't have a lot of control over temperature, keeping things dry, yada, 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 right? Squirrels move in. We don't want that, right? So just like on a house, you fix the roof first. That's what you do with your spiritual house. You do aura repair first. So you have massive aura damage. So keep doing aura repair, aura repair. Look back to, you know, any of my recent healings that already have the healing summary and the timestamp links in the comment section. Do the aura repair part. Or you could learn it from a separate standalone video called Gold Buffer Zones. If you search Janet Wright Gold Buffer Zones, that teaches aura repair plus gold buffer zones, which slow the rate of aura damage. So it's a good companion technique. So search Janet Wright Gold Buffer Zones. It's a video I link under all of these live streams eventually, you know, within a day. But yeah, you can't really, I mean, yes, your heart chakra does need work, but a lot of your chakras need work, but you got to get the roof of the house fixed first, and then you can repair your chakras, unblock them, you know, all sorts of good stuff. But until you get all that aura damage fixed, because like you're missing like more than half of your aura up here, and then like the upper back of your aura, you're missing more than half of it. So it's just going to be like a speeding car with bad alignment until you fix that. It's very fixable though, very, very fixable. So aura repair. Just work on it for a few days, and then, you know, you can comment under any video, you know, can you check my work with my aura repair? You can comment on that Q&A live stream that I'm going to have on Sunday. Can you double check my aura repair work? Ideally, though, put your first name and your last initial in with your comment because it's easier for me to read when I have people's names. I don't need your full name, but first name, last initial is nice and helpful. But worst case, if that freaks you out, I don't want to put my first name and last initial, then I'll deal. I'll can look anyway. Someone says, "Hi, Janet." So yeah, I hope that makes sense. So it's all fixable, but you have to do it in a logical order. And there's no point in working on your heart chakra much if your aura is very damaged, which it is. So hope that makes sense. Someone says, "Hi, Janet. My left foot has been sore all week. I have healed it multiple times with gold light and cleared up beings, but it is no better. Is that related to these healing things?" I think there's something physical. I don't think it's energetic. Your angels say it's a physical thing. So I don't know if you slept wrong on it one night or, you know, something, but it's some kind of physical thing. So I don't know if maybe you pulled something when you weren't paying attention and then you didn't know you did it and then ever since then it's been sore, but there's some physical level thing. You could do energy healing to help it, but your angels say it was physical in origin and causation. So for what it's worth. Your angels, they think that maybe, you know, like a Epsom salt soak, like warm water and Epsom salt for both your feet and your ankles might be nice. Just to kind of help soothe the area. You know, arnica gel. It's just physical level type stuff. But they say it's not an energy. It's not like just aura stuff at all. It's physical stuff. So try to do physical things for it. Whatever you would do physically for a physical injury. Which I'm not really a specialist in. Alright, so hope that makes sense. I mean, they're not saying it's super serious, but it's physical level stuff. So someone says, "Thank you for the healing, Janet. How did I do? I'm not feeling much, surprisingly, this time." Yeah, this is a big theme for you. You know, it is funny. I think it's like you're kind of like 1 foot in, 1 foot out with this healing right now. I think you're a little distracted by partner stuff. So let me look. I know his name, but I just like looking. It's always nice for me. Yeah, you're like corded on like all chakra levels and on a grounding level with your partner. So you can just ask your angels for help with boundaries and melt the cores, you know, get your indie grounding bag, get all your, you know, melt all the cords. I don't think it's not that you miss the healing. I mean, you got everything, but it's just like you got it while you were holding. It's kind of like if you're holding your breath and you have to pee, you know, you're just like not quite there for it. But I think if you melt all the cords, get back your indie grounding and just kind of be like, okay, I am independent. I am my own person, you know? And then I think then you can finish unblocking and releasing and healing and whatever. So it's sort of like, it's like a sunrise that is just right at the beginning of it. And so you just need breathing room. You need to separate just energetically. I mean, you could be in the same room with the person, but just separate energetically and just keep doing that, you know, for like today, tomorrow, just be like, I can be separate. I can be separate. I said hi to your partner because he also got the healing. And I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm freaking out. I'm like, yeah, talk to your angels. And so he's like, oh, okay. And then he ran off and did that. So just remind him to talk to his angels. He knows the stuff. He gets the healings. He understands, but people can still forget. So I reminded him and he went off and now he's getting help. But he gets into like just a really hyper resistant freak out mode that is very invasive. So so there's that. But I think that's why you haven't you haven't felt a lot. But you got it all. Just keep your flow and your independence for the next like day or so. Then you'll catch up. Someone says, thank you, Janet. Was healing myself today and I feel lighter. Will the sticky gold wax work for supercharged energy blocks? I have these crazy stuck points and don't know how to release them. It would be nice if you put your first name and your last initial when you're asking me a question that involves me reading your energy. But anyway. Supercharged energy blocks, generally what that means is it's an energy block, like say in your, third layer of your aura in front, right? And it's supercharged. Why is it supercharged, right? What is that? So it has extra energy. It either has a lot of your energy, maybe, that way it could be supercharged. You could be really stuck in it. Also, other people could be courting it, so it could be other people's energy that's supercharging it. Or you could have a few beings, invasive beings using it like a nice little hammock or a nice little couch to just lounge in. And so it's the energy from the invasive beings that are supercharging it. So either way, somehow it's being supercharged, maybe all three of those situations, right? So you just deal with it that way. Just give it its own grounding, like a nice red grounding. Or if you know what layer it's in, then you could give it an appropriate color grounding based on what color in your aura layer it is. But don't worry, just give it a red grounding. And then just melt away cords from other people, melt away your own cords to it, release your energy out of it. If there are any invasive beings in or around it, or even you think there might be, just say, angels, can you recycle any beings that are in the way of me clearing this thing? And then, then it could just pop. It could just clear right on its own once you get rid of all that. So sticky gold wax, it can work with that because it can, it can get rid of all that. The cords, the beings, could go with the wax. But, some things you might have to just kind of focus on and do, explicitly like I just did. Just because you're like gripping onto it so much with your resistance. So, yeah. The back of your grounding, I don't think you got the healing. I think you didn't. In the back of your from me, the back of your grounding is pretty blocked, and you're kind of like levitating above your legs. So I think if you work the back of your grounding more, just clear it out, like melt away all the hard blocks, and then just work on being in your legs, like just heal around your legs until you can kind of lower down into them. I think that's going to help you just do a lot more of the clearing that you've been trying to do. So that makes sense. Someone says, LOL, he's not little anymore, guilty, hee hee. Yeah, people do that. It's so funny when I'm making these lists and people are like, oh, my daughter, are you going to heal my little daughter? And she's like, 28 or something. All right. Someone says, I healed myself. Is there anything I need to work on more? Thank you so much. You still have some aura damage. You got a lot of it repaired, but it's like upper back through layers 7, 6, and 5 up here. So, and the top too. These little poke hole things. So a little more aura repair up there. You could clean them out with sticky gold wax first. Just jam the sticky gold wax into all the rips to get them cleaned out. Give the wax and the junk to your angels, and then keep repairing. So sticky gold wax repair, sticky gold wax repair. Top and upper back, just so you get that fully repaired. Your chakras are repaired. Weiqi aura repair is good enough for now. I think you can keep working on that thing where we did where you clear triggered energy blocks like in the front of the aura around here so that you can get more in your hips, so that you can get more in your legs and your feet. So I think we just, extra gold light here and just imagine melting away hard stuck energy blocks here that are triggered. So then it helps you relax and be more present in your hips and your legs and your feet. So just this whole area, just gold wax, maybe bring up some red earth energy, gold wax, just keep melting away stuck energy in front of your belly area. Maybe some leg stretches too, ankle stretches, leg stretches, just more legs stuff. Okay, so it says, thank you for this video. I followed along in a loose way. Did I get anything done? Also, how did my brother do? Thank you very much. Okay, so your brother got the healing, as you know. He's quite a rock star. He really jumped into this one, especially with both feet. He just, I think it's been a cumulative thing. At first, he was like, but he's very comfortable with the idea of healing and repairing and unburdening now. So he was right there with the whole thing. Being present in his hips and legs, he could use more work on that with his angels, so he is going to work on that with his angels more. But getting the other people's junk out of his chakras, when we lifted the baggage out, that was probably his favorite part, subconsciously. But yeah, he did a lot of work with this one. He was very motivated. I think the theme just resonated with him. Makes sense. You, who followed along loosely, did not get the healing from me. You could work more on the aura bruising, melting away aura bruising, because that's kind of a thing for you. I noticed it was a thing for a lot of people, which is why I did a little bit extra on it. But aura bruising, just melting that away from all the aura layers of your two regular auras. It's like a hard black crustiness that is like maybe a layer within a layer, So like your first layer is like half red and then half this black crustiness. Your seventh layer is like maybe 60% purple, but then 40% black crustiness. So just go through all the layers, all at once, and just melt away the aura bruising throughout. The possibility flowers, we did that. I'll have it time-stamped later, but there was a part after the chakra repair and after a lot of clearing that we did related, right after the chakra repair, we did a lot of clearing out of family baggage stuff. We did these possibility flowers, energy healing flowers, to help you have a deeper sense of your own positive possibilities and potential. So you could keep redoing that, the possibility flowers. Your angels like that quite a bit for you. Someone says, thank you, with a cute little monkey emoji. You're welcome. Someone says, hi, Janet. Thank you so much for the healing. I have a new friend, and you give me the person's initials. Was wondering if they might be open to a healing. Yeah, he is. Someone says, thank you so much. I love your videos, and I'm going to watch you. Well, thank you. You're very nice. And you're mentioning your name. Can you have a look at if I have improved with people at work, customer and staff? Is cleaning energy not mine? I.e. clearing energy that's not yours. Well, first I would say aura repair. You got to finish up the aura repair of your 2 regular auras. You like, I call it the mohawk area. Like if you had a mohawk hairdo, that's like the most common place for aura damage is like along the mohawk area, in the aura. And so your mohawk area definitely could use some repair. It's like half, like there's like a big valley in the top and upper back, and mid back even of your aura. So that's going to make it harder to, have really strong boundaries if you have these gaping holes in your leaky energy, right? So aura repair, finish up your aura repair work. I won't have timestamp links on this healing until like late tonight, or tomorrow if I'm late. We'll see. We'll see. But you could go back to any recent live stream and go do the aura repair, or there's that video, if you search Janet Wright gold buffer zones. Gold buffer zones. It's an 18-minute video. It teaches aura repair and also gold buffer zones, which help protect the aura. But anyway, so when you're at work, you are pretty grounded though. So that's nice. That helps. Your grounding is wide and flowing when you're at work. But you gotta, once you fix the aura repair and then you have your nice grounding, you do have some chakra damage. So it's harder to keep people from cording your chakras if the chakras are cracked and broken, because then they don't release properly. So then you have stuck energy, which is like your side of the Velcro, and then their cord goes in and sticks on your Velcro, so chakra repair. So get your aura repair complete, keep working that. And then chakra repair, because you have damage on your physical body, 7 major chakras. Not your astral body, 7 chakras, those are not damaged at all. I mean, blocked a little, sure, but not damaged. But the physical body, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, yeah, all of them have some level of damage. First aura repair though, and then chakra repair. And that should help your boundaries a lot. a lot. And then you can just work on chakra unblocking after that. But yeah, those would be and you can have me check your work, work on it for a little bit and then say, post under any video, or, there'll be a Q&A in 2 days. You can say, can you check my work with aura repair and chakra repair? And also give your first name and last initial like you did. Hope that helps. Okay, someone says they're mentioning their name. Thanks for your answer. I thought maybe the blocks are connected to some inner wounds. We'll definitely follow your advice. You're welcome. Someone says thanks and nice rainbow. You're welcome. What is black goo? How to get rid of it permanently? Well, it depends. Black goo. It's funny, I remember that I, many years ago, that I had that sense that I had a lot of, just black shit, or I don't know what I called it, but it's usually blocked energy. It's energy blocks. It could be some invasive beings in there here and there, but it's essentially where you're not present. And so it's not flowing, it's stuck. It's stuck energy. Like, color has vibration, and so rainbow colors, that's usually like it's like you're a fish and you're swimming in the water, and so rainbow colors are very swimmable. Black is too slow moving of a vibration, and so it's like rock, so a fish can't swim through rock, right? And white is too fast moving of a vibration, so that's extremely frenetic, so it's like having a fish swim through like cappuccino, it'd be like, ah. So black goo is just stuck energy that happens to be the color black, which is too slow moving a vibration. So it's generally not your energy. It could be some of your resistance mixed in there, so you're accidentally holding on to it. But so hope that makes sense. So you don't have to like analyze it more than that. It's just stuck energy that's not you. So your aura is repaired. Both your regular auras are repaired now. Your grounding, you did not get today's healing, of course. as you know, from me. But the back of your grounding is quite blocked. So you do have a wide grounding, but the whole back is like black rock. So you want to like blast that out. You know, gold light, gold fire, gold water, gold explosives, because you need a flowing wide grounding ideally. You know, then then it's like a waterfall, and then the blockages in the back of your chakras can start to release, and then your chakras can work better, and then it becomes like a dishwasher where you're circulating energy and your aura layers scrubbing out the hard stuff, you know, just by sitting around and watching Netflix or something or doing whatever, you know. So we got to get your dishwasher going. Like, so you have your aura repaired, which is a good start, and you have wide grounding, which is a good start. You just don't have it flowing in the back, so that's a thing. You know what you could do? There's a crazy simple video. It's 5 minutes long. It's called Tri-Color Earth Energy Soak. So if you just search Janet Wright tri-color soak, it's just, you know, it's a grounding related exercise, and you just have red grounding, bring up red earth energy and soak in it, like all up here, even red earth energy, and then bring it down, and orange earth energy, soak in it, and then yellow earth energy and soak in it. And what it does is it kind of plunges out all the stuck stuff, you know, so it's good for stubborn blockages. So you could do like a tricolor soak like as many times a day as you want. You know, just keep, because I think you're just, you know, it's like a flow, an extreme absence of flow, you know. But then once you get the aura layers more unblocked and the grounding more unblocked, then things start to release better, and then you can just work on chakra unblocking with, like, I have a 5-minute video called, if you search Janet Wright sticky gold wax and the number 7 for 7 chakras, then you can, you know, do sticky gold wax on your 7 chakras and unblock your chakras more, because your chakras generate energy, which then fills your aura layers with your energy. So then it's like that dishwasher effect, right? But right now your aura is so blocked and your chakras are so blocked that it's just like, there's no dishwasher, you know? So, but you do have aura, your auras are repaired, your regular auras, so that's very nice. And your grounding is wide, so hope that makes sense. So unblock the back of your grounding, work on unblocking your whole aura, and then unblocking your chakras. But gold light melts the goo, melts the hard stuck energy. There could be some invasive beings around, but I think it's mostly just stuck, blocked energy that you're dealing with. Vacuum boxes are nice. That's a nice technique. You put vacuum boxes everywhere, you know, little 3D boxes, and then you turn them on with a remote control, and they suck up anything that's not you, like invasive beings or other people's energy. And then you say, angels, please clean up all my vacuum boxes. So that's nice. There's if you search Janet Wright Aura Repair, there's like a 10-minute video where I'm outside in the snow doing a, you know, aura repair walkthrough, and I use vacuum boxes just in the grounding in that video, but you could put them everywhere, in the back of your aura, around your chakras, everywhere. Vacuum boxes, and then all at once. So yeah, how to get rid of it permanently? Yeah, you just get rid of it more and more and more and more and more and more and more. You know, it's just stuck energy. Hope that makes sense. Okay, so it says, thanks, good explanation. I understand. This is perfect. We'll definitely check your other videos from Michigan. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wonderful. Yeah, there's a video set too, which might be a nice overview, just so you kind of, maybe just to like cross the T's and dot the I's on your, you know, clarity on the issue. It's called 7 Chakras Aura Layers Flow. And it's a playlist, 3-video playlist, 7 Chakras Aura Layers Flow. I do tend to link it under all these live streams, so you can look in like the most recent live stream, and it's probably one of the videos linked that I link in the comment section. I'll make sure it's linked this time too, within a day. But that's a nice one for, it's not a walkthrough, it's just an overview. I think it's total watch time, like maybe 27 minutes, the 3 videos together, but gives a really nice overview of how that works, you know, the dishwasher stuff. Someone says, thanks a million. You're welcome a million. All All right, cool. Well, that was a giant Q&A that was supposed to be small. I think it was giant, but I'm not sure when I started. So, okay, you guys are awesome. Good for you for caring about your energy and knowing that you can do stuff about it. So like I said, the next healing will be also on healthy family boundaries on Sunday, 2 days from now. And I'll also have a separate live stream after that on healthy family boundaries, which is a Q&A, where anyone will be able to ask one question. Okay, thank you. Bye, you're really awesome. Oh, I'll end with Animal Cam because everybody generally likes that. So Animal Cam is just, 30 seconds where I show you my dogs as I let them out right before we go into the yard for a doggy break. So here's where two of my dogs are. They hang out in these little carriers. So Daisy, the girl, is going to come out of here. This one, wait, I'm in the way. And she's going to come out of here, and then Izzy's going to come out of here. And then Abel is on a bed right over here. I could show you him while he's relaxing. He has a little cone on his head because he has some kind of a food allergy or some kind of environmental allergy we haven't figured out. And so he'll like lick himself too much if he doesn't have that cone on his head. So you can see the cone on his head. Wait, I'm moving the camera, sorry about it. But so this is Abel. See how he has that cone on his head? It's Velcro, and so we have to take it off when he eats his meals. But anyway, so that's Abel. He's a good boy. Hopefully someday we'll figure out that allergy or whatever he has and fix it for him. Alrighty, so this is, I'm gonna let the puppies out. Hello. That's Izzy. And that's Daisy right there. That's Izzy. So I'm gonna take everybody outside now. So bye. Take care. You're awesome. Bye.